Commander Vex lay motionless in the mangled wreckage of his scout ship, purple blood seeping from a gash across his abdomen. The emergency beacon flickered weakly beside him, its power cells nearly depleted. His species, the Tarkans, had been at war with most of the known galaxy for centuries. Their reputation as merciless conquerors preceded them, and their military doctrine was simple: no rescue operations, no prisoners, no mercy. He knew what awaited him: death, either from his wounds or from the hostile environment of this uncharted planet. This mission was supposed to be routine: scout the system, tag potential resources, and return with the data. Instead, his ship had malfunctioned, caught in the unexpected gravitational pull of this blue-green world. Through cracked viewports, he could see strange structures in the distance, primitive dwellings indicating sentient life. His scanners had detected carbon-based organisms, bipedal, technologically inferior to the Tarkin Empire. Humans, they called themselves. Wordless, he muttered. The Empire considered such species as little more than vermin to be cleared before colonization began. The pain was becoming unbearable. Vex's secondary heart had already shut down, and his primary one struggled to maintain circulation. His vision blurred as he heard unfamiliar sounds outside the hull breach: voices, machinery, movement. Asterisk, they've come to finish me off, asterisk, he thought grimly. Even primitives understood the concept of an enemy. Light flooded the cabin as the emergency hatch was forced open. Vex tried to reach for his weapon, but his limbs refused to respond. Through the haze of pain, he saw figures entering, smaller than Tarkans, with fewer limbs and only 2 eyes. Humans. Over here, one called out. We've got a survivor. Vex waited for the killing blow. Instead, gentle hands examined his wounds. Something soft pressed against his bleeding abdomen. They were stopping the blood loss. I don't know what this guy is, but he's in bad shape, said one human, a male with facial hair. Tom, get the medkit. Lisa, radio the hospital. Tell them we have a non-human patient incoming. Vex couldn't process what was happening. In Tarkin culture, enemies were eliminated, not treated. The concept of helping the wounded adversary was incomprehensible. Why? He managed to rasp in broken universal common, a trade language used throughout the galaxy. The human called Tom paused, confused. Why what? Why? Help enemy? The humans exchanged glances. You're not our enemy, the female Lisa said softly. You're injured and need help. That's all that matters right now. As they carefully extracted him from the wreckage, Vex lost consciousness. He awoke in a white room, connected to unfamiliar devices. His wounds had been treated with surprising skill. A human in white clothing approached. Good, you're awake. I'm Dr. Ben. You've been unconscious for 3 days. Your physiology is fascinating. We did our best with your injuries. Vex struggled to sit up. You should have killed me. Tarkans would have killed you. Dr. Ben adjusted something on one of the machines. Well, we're not Tarkans. We're humans. And humans help those in need, regardless of who they are. In the weeks that followed, Vex learned more about humans than any Tarkin intelligence report could have provided. They were primitive in many ways. Their spacecraft barely reached their own moon. Their weapons were chemical-based, their cities vulnerable to orbital bombardment. Yet they possessed something the Tarkans, with all their military might, did not understand: compassion. But humans had not only saved his life, but treated him with dignity. They learned his language, accommodated his dietary needs, and even arranged comfortable quarters for his recovery. Not once did they demand military secrets or technological knowledge in return. One evening, as Vex sat watching the sunset, a simple pleasure he'd never considered before, Lisa joined him. The military wants to talk to you tomorrow, she said. Nothing aggressive, just, they have questions about what's out there. Vex nodded. Your species should prepare. The Empire will come eventually. Are they all like you? She asked. No, Vex replied, understanding her meaning. They are. Worse. I was considered weak by Tarkin standards. Lisa smiled. Then they don't know what real strength is. That night, Vex made a decision that would change the course of galactic history. When he met with the human military leaders, he did not provide the minimum information required by prisoner protocols. Instead, he gave them everything: fleet positions, weapon specifications, shield frequencies, communication codes. "Why are you helping us?" asked General Miller, suspicious of such generosity. "Because you helped me," Vex replied simply. "My people believe that compassion is weakness, but I have seen that it is strength. Your species treated an enemy with kindness, something unimaginable to Tarkans." He paused, his alien features forming what humans would later learn was a smile. "The Empire thinks they are coming to conquer primitives. They do not realize they are about to encounter the most dangerous force in the galaxy, beings who fight not just for survival, but for others." 6 months later, when the first Tarkin battle fleet entered the solar system, they found not helpless primitives, but a prepared defense force using their own tactics against them. The Empire's defeat marked the beginning of a new era in galactic politics. And at the forefront stood Commander Vex, the wounded alien soldier who had discovered that sometimes the most shocking weapon of all is kindness.